What's up everybody, Ronny here, your go-to Canva guru. Today we are going to tackle a quite serious topic within the Canva universe, and it is what can you or what can't you do with your Canva creations, meaning the legal standpoints. It's been like hugely debated. What can you do? Can you resell a creation a design that you create in Canva? Can you use Canva free elements to put on a t-shirt that you will sell on Amazon, for example? Can you create templates for commercial use with the Canva elements? These are pretty complex issues and questions. So I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy who's trying to design with Canva, create courses, and share that with my community. So I did my research, and I want to bring you some of the elements of answers I have found over the internet. So for this, we are going to use different resources, and particularly two blog posts that I found. The first one is on the Creative Genius website or blog. Creative Genius, it's as far as I understood, it's like a law firm of these three women right here who specialize in protecting and helping creatives with their law-related issues and material. And particularly there is Patrice Perkins right here, who is the principal attorney of this law firm. She has written a couple of blog post about Canva and about what you can do with Canva. The second piece of resource that we are going to use is from our friend Nicolette Stiles, who has written on her website also a web article, a blog post entitled "Are You Staying Legal with Canva? 5 Ways to Protect Yourself." So I just read these two articles, and what I would like to do right now with you guys is to go through the most, like the highlights, the most important information in these two blog posts. So let's dive in. But before that, I would like to show you the different kind of license options that there are in Canva. Okay, so for this we are going to create a new document. It doesn't matter which size. And instead of the text box, we are going to import just simply an element. Yeah, I have this little doggy right here. It is a paid element, it's a premium element. So I want to show you the 3 different kinds of licenses that you could purchase. The first thing that you need to know is that there is a difference between the Canva free elements. I mean, legal-wise, like legally speaking, there's a difference of how you can use the Canva free elements and the Canva paid elements. So the $1 elements that you see here, like the premium elements, right? So, and for these premium elements, the different rights that you have will depend on what kind of license you purchased. So the first thing I want to do is to show you the 3 different licenses. So if you click on remove watermarks, you will come to this purchase premium images, and then you have a drop down list right here. You can buy them for $1. So that's the one-time use license. Then if you use the drop-down menu, you have multi-use and extended use. So the multi-use and the extended use are more expensive. The one-time use is $1. Then you have multi-use $10 and extended use $100. So if you want to know more about this, I suggest you go to the Canva website, and you can easily find out more about one-time use license agreement. And you can find also about the other ones if you go search on this website, license agreements. So you have the free images, you have the one design, multi-use, extended, and the photo unlimited, which is the new service. The add-on, you can pay $12.95 a month and have access to all the images. So if you use this URL, about.canva.com/license-agreements, and I will link this in the post description or in the description of the video on YouTube. I will link this page, so you can go there and read. That is the first thing you can do to protect yourself, to stay within the boundaries of the law, and to be legit with Canva, is to first go there and read this. It is not fun. I'm not going to lie to you. It's pretty boring legal stuff, but this is the place to start. Or if you don't want to read this, just in order to be safe, just use Canva for your own use. Don't start selling your creations, or don't start publishing like crazy documents that you will sell, or that you would like use large, like in a big scale. That's what I'm saying. If you stay just using Canva for your own thing, for your own brand, you should be fine. But now let's dive a little bit more into the details about what is explained in these different blog posts. So I selected these two ones because they are particularly thorough and they seem pretty serious. So I'm not going to take any credit for any of this. So what I'm going to read from the Creative Genius website is entirely to be credited to them. So to Patrice Perkins and her team. And what I'm going to be reading on Nicolette's site is completely to be credited to her and to the guest that she's interviewing. She's interviewing a lawyer, and the lawyer is called Thompson Horton. Okay, so credit goes to them. I am just reading from their website, from their blog post, because they are valuable resources. All right, so what did I learn? Well, first I learned this, that there is a big difference between the free resources on Canva, so that's the free shapes, the free fonts, the free elements. These, pretty much you can use this as you wish. But then if you go and want to use the premium elements, so the one that costs either $1, $10, or $100, depending on which license you purchase, then there are some rules to respect. Okay, so with all Canva's license agreements, you are prohibited to do the following activities. So that means all the license agreements, so all the premium elements, you cannot produce final designs larger than 600 by 800 pixels. You cannot use the stock images as part of a trademarked logo design. So the logo question has been a pretty popular one within this thread of information, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. So the trademarked logo, you cannot use any of the Canva elements, paid or free, in a trademarked logo, meaning a logo that is set in concrete and that will not move, because you have basically registered your patent through the proper channels in the United States or in another country. So that means, for example, you're a huge company like Nike and you want to protect your swoosh logo, so you would go ahead and buy the appropriate patent for protecting your logo. That means it will never change. It will not be altered in any ways. But for the majority of us, for us creators and Canva users, when we create a logo, even though we call it a logo, it's not really a logo in the legal sense of what a logo is, because we might adapt this logo from time to time. You might change the color or change the font or the size, or something in that logo might change over time. So basically, because you don't trademark your logo, you don't fall under this category. So you are fine using the elements that you purchase or the free elements in Canva for creating your logo. That's what I understood. Let me continue here. What are the things that you can absolutely not do? You cannot use stock images in a way that competes with Canva. So that's if you have your own photo, like stock photo website. You cannot take photos from Canva and put them for sale on your stock photography website. You cannot use stock images identified as editorial use only for any commercial, promotional, endorsement, or merchandising purposes. All right, so if you want to learn more about all this, you have to basically go through all the Canva owned content about this, copyright and everything, or you can read these two blog posts. But I'm just highlighting like here is a quick Canva cheat sheet before we move on. So the one-time use license, yes, let me go over the difference between one-time use, the multiple use, and the extended license. So the one-time use, basically it's good for social media sharing, and what it means is that you can use the element that you purchase one time in one Canva design. So what you cannot do with this, for example, is to save that element that you just bought and to export it, re-import it into Canva and use that across multiple designs without ever paying for it again. You're supposed to be using it for 24 hours within the Canva platform on one design only. Okay, so that's the one-time use license. The multiple use license, and with the one-time use license, you can create design that will be shared, that will be reproduced up to 2,000 times. So that is good for printed and digital material alike. So if you are going to use this on, for example, this element on a newsletter or on an ebook that you're giving away, it's up to 2,000 times. If you are going to spread it more than 2,000 times, then you have to buy the next license, the multiple use license, and then you can have up to 250 reproductions allowed. All right, so that is very good to know, the limit of number of reproductions that you can do with your one-time use license. You cannot, with the one-time use license, you cannot use the stock image to create designs outside of the Canva platform. So you cannot buy this one-time use element, export it, and use that into Photoshop to create other designs. So you are limited to using the Canva platform. Now, with the multiple use platform, the multiple use license, what you can do is use this element on another platform than Canva, and you can have up to 250 reproduction. Okay. What else did I learn? The multi-seat extended license, items for resale extended license. Yes. One thing that I learned, and it's better explained, I would say, on the Nicolette's article right here. Let me go through the different questions. Yes. So what is the first thing we need to know about being safe? Canva wants your design. Okay. So Canva wants you to design. They want your stuff to look really good, but you have to respect some of the guidelines. Okay. So the first question that she highlights is, what about logos? Can I create my logo with Canva? So we already talked about this. As long as you don't trademark it, it should be okay. So she said it this way: if it's poured into concrete like the swoosh logo, don't make it in Canva. Anything else should be fine. What should you know about fonts? Right? So you have paid fonts. So those are the fonts that you will find somewhere else and upload into Canva as part of your brand kit fonts. So these fonts, you have to be sure when you purchase them that you can actually do what you intend to do with them. So this would come if you buy them from Creative Market, or if you buy them from a particular designer directly. Make sure to read the terms and conditions of these fonts so that you are safe and you know that you are using the fonts legally. But when you're buying something, you usually have use of rights. Okay, so you don't have the ownership of the font. So therefore, you can be legally protected. So learn about the big name brands in the video. Okay, so that's the video that Nicolette is talking about, is the video that she has here. It is her interviewing this lady, Tamsin Horton, who is the lawyer. So that's this blog post is written based on this interview that she did. But in short, again here, for the fonts, you can use the Canva free fonts. There's no problem about this. You can even use them, for example, to create a t-shirt that you will be selling on Amazon. This should be fine and no problem. What else do I have here? I have a third article, and I'm going to pour the most valuable insight. So using Canva images in books that you sell. Can you use Canva images in a book that you sell? Yes, you can use Canva images in your books, print or digital, that you sell, but you just have to make sure that the rules for the elements that you purchase, like the images that you purchase, so the license that you purchase, allow you to do so. So these are the one time, the multiple time, and the extended licensing rights. So if you are going to use stock photos that you have to pay for, you should respect these rules. So for example, let's say you want to create, like in this example here, you want to create an ebook cover and you want to use a $1 element. So you can select this, and if you pay only $1, that means you can reproduce it up to 2,000 times. So if you don't intend to distribute your ebook more than 2,000 times, you will be fine with this. If you intend to sell it, or if you intend to give it away more than 2,000 times, then you will have to purchase the next license, the $10 license, which is up to 250 copies. What about using Canva images for resale on t-shirts? According to Lee Torrance, the marketplace director at Canva, you can use Canva elements on t-shirts as of fall 2016. However, you have to purchase an extended license, the $1 license, for the elements that you want to use. So let's say you want to create a t-shirt that you sell on Amazon. You will have to, if you want to use a paid element, a premium element in Canva, you will have to use the extended license, so the most expensive one, the $100 one. So this is pretty much what I have here. I agree with you guys that this is a little bit confusing, but a couple of things I recommend. First, that you go and read the license agreements, that you understand the major differences between these different licensing options. So the one-time use, multi-use, and extended use. Basically, one-time use up to 2,000 reproduction, and you can use it one time in one Canva design. You have to use this in Canva, not in an external platform. Multiple use, like multi-use, you pay $10, you can have up to 250,000 reproduction of your design, and you can use it multiple times. So this will stay with you. It will come to under your purchased folder right here, all your design purchased. It will come here because you already purchased it. And there. And you can also use this on another platform than Canva. And then you have your last, most expensive license, the extended use, $100. This one is if you want, for example, to use this element on a t-shirt that you intend to sell, or pretty much on a greeting card that you intend to sell, and you have more options as well. I think, let me try to find it in terms of numbers. The extending printing and use rights. Download images for use. Sorry. Outside of Canva for your commercial and non-commercial projects. Okay, I'm gonna read more about this to find out the number of reproduction that are allowed. Permitted use. I'm not seeing any big number right there, straight, like without having to read everything. But I would like to find this information for you guys. So I've been reading the whole document and I don't see any limitations in terms of number of reproduction. So I guess the extended license gives you permission to have an unlimited number of reproduction. So that would be justifying the higher price. All right, so that's it for me, guys. That's it for the moment. I know this was not a very thorough tutorial. It's a different kind of tutorial than what you're used to with me, but I thought it would be a good idea to at least like dip our toes into this legal framework regarding Canva and the licensing rights and what you can or cannot do. I hope that I have brought a little bit of light, shed a little bit of light over this topic. I highly recommend that you check out the Creative Genius blog post and also Nicolette's video that she created on the topic with the lawyer Thompson Horton. So those are two valuable pieces of resources, so I highly recommend you check them out. And that's it for me in this video. In the next one, I promise to be a little bit less boring and to go back to designing with Canva. I will see you in the next video, and until then, may you be very well.